The Indian Constitution serves as a living architectural blueprint, the operating system designed to build an entire nation from the ground up, much like constructing a home for over 1 billion people. Before any construction begins, you have to define the plot of land and draw the property lines. Articles 1 through 4 establish these boundaries, legally defining India as a union of states and mapping out exactly where the nation's laws apply. These initial rules grant the national parliament the authority to form brand new states, merge existing ones, or change internal borders and names. Because the needs of a growing country change, the founders made these border adjustments straightforward. They are not treated as full constitutional amendments, allowing the government to adapt the internal map as needed for better administration. Drawing these physical boundaries provides the necessary starting point. Before a nation can grant rights or pass laws, it must first establish exactly where its jurisdiction begins and ends. With the land secured and the borders drawn, the focus shifts to the people living inside the house. Articles 5 through 11 establish the rules for citizenship. At the moment the Constitution began in 1950, these articles defined who belonged to the new republic. They set the baseline for citizenship based on where people were born and how they moved during the migration of that era. Article 9 sets a firm boundary. India does not allow dual citizenship. You are solely an Indian citizen, ensuring that a person's legal allegiance remains with one nation alone. Because populations are dynamic, Article 11 gives Parliament the ongoing power to create new laws. This ensures the government can decide how citizenship is gained or lost as the country moves into the future. These articles function as the ultimate gatekeeper, determining who is a recognized participant in the Indian Republic. Once the people are settled, they need protection. Part 3, Articles 12 to 35, acts as the indestructible, transparent walls of our house. These are the fundamental rights that shield citizens from the power of the state. The right to equality, found in Articles 14 through 18, ensures the law treats everyone the same way. It guarantees equal opportunity in government jobs and strictly outlaws the historical practice of untouchability. Then we have the right to freedom in Articles 19 through 22. These provide 6 core liberties, protecting your ability to speak your mind, assemble peacefully, and move freely across the entire country. Article 21 provides a vital protection, the right to life and personal liberty. This means the state cannot take your life or imprison you without following a fair, established legal process. To ensure the next generation is prepared for the future, Article 21A was added, specifically guaranteeing the right to free and compulsory education for all children aged 6 to 14. These rights provide the security needed for people to live, speak, and travel without the threat of the government acting on a whim. The protections also reach out to the most vulnerable. Articles 23 and 24 strictly prohibit human trafficking and ensure that children are in schools rather than being forced into hazardous labor. Articles 25 through 30 establish that you are free to practice any faith without being forced to pay religious taxes. They also allow minority groups the right to preserve their unique culture and run their own schools. Rights are only effective if there is a way to defend them. This is why the Constitution includes Article 32, the right to constitutional remedies. If your fundamental rights are violated, Article 32 allows you to go directly to the highest authority in the land, the Supreme Court, to demand justice. This direct access to the courts is so essential that the chief architect of the Constitution, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, called Article 32 the heart and soul of the entire document. Legal protections rely on a powerful mechanism to enforce them. Article 32 ensures that when a right is broken, there is a clear and accessible path to fix it. Next, we look at the roof of our nation, Part 4, containing Articles 36 to 51. These are the directive principles, which serve as a set of goals for the government to follow to improve society. Notice the difference here. Unlike your fundamental rights, which you can defend in court like a shield, These principles are non-enforceable by a judge. They act more like a compass, guiding the state toward long-term goals, like ensuring every citizen has a fair way to earn a living. A nation also requires effort from its people. Part IVA, or Article 51A, outlines the fundamental duties. These are the daily responsibilities of every citizen to help keep the country united and functioning well. While the rights protect you from the state, these sections outline the moral path for the government and the civic contributions expected from every person. Finally, every house needs a management system to keep everything running. Part 5, Articles 52 to 100, outlines the Union government. It sets up a clear division of power. The President, covered in Articles 52 through 62, acts as the head of the nation, while the Prime Minister and Council of Ministers hold the actual authority to run the country. Article 79 establishes the Parliament, the place where laws are made. It brings together the President and the two houses, the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha, to represent the will of the people. Look at the structure we've built. Articles 1 to 4 secure the land, 5 to 11 bring in the family, 12 to 35 raise the protective walls, 36 to 51A add the roof of goals and duties, 52 to 100 bring in the management to run the home. By drawing the borders, defining the people, and balancing rights with responsibilities, these first 100 articles create the foundation for everything India has become. Understanding these first 100 articles provides a practical, everyday user manual for Indian citizenship, turning a complex legal code into a clear guide for the nation's journey.